The village of Noorani Pur was a small, peaceful village where mud houses, green fields, and the gentle coolness of the river scented everyday life. In this village lived a young, innocent orphan girl named Roshi. Roshi spent her days helping people from morning till evening, sometimes bringing water in a clay pot, sometimes carrying belongings for the elders. There was sadness in her eyes, but a soft hope always glimmered in her heart. Roshi spent most of her time alone, sometimes sitting by the riverside with her feet in the water, thinking, and sometimes hiding under an old umbrella in the rain while smiling softly. Children of the village passed by while playing, and Roshi watched them from a distance, as if she too was searching for a love that felt like her own. One morning, when sunlight was falling gently on the fields, a young and very handsome milkman named Armaan entered the village on his white milk delivery bicycle. His face was glowing, and mischief and kindness were clearly visible in his eyes. When Roshi saw him for the first time, she stopped, and her heart paused for a moment. Armaan gave milk to the villagers, made children laugh, and lovingly patted a baby calf. Roshi loved his way, his smile, and his pure intention. Slowly, Roshi and Armaan began having small meetings, sometimes to take milk, sometimes when help was needed, and sometimes just a moment when both forgot that the world was still moving. But the second turn of this story came when the young and beautiful Queen Rukhsar of the village passed through on her royal carriage. The moment her gaze fell on Armaan, she stopped. She felt as if she had found her desire. Rukhsar tried to speak to Armaan, sent him gifts, gave him respect and praise, but Armaan's heart was beating for someone else, for Roshi. Rukhsar kept trying every straightforward and rightful method, but when Armaan politely refused, her heart broke. At night, she cried alone, looked at her reflection in the mirror of her chamber, and wondered why a milkman wouldn't look back at her. Pain dissolved her life away, and one day she collapsed unconscious. Healers came into the palace, medicines arrived, but Rukhsar's heart was human, and it had shattered. Within a few days, she left this world. Armaan's name remained on her lips. When Roshi heard the news of Rukhsar's death, she drowned in tears. She felt Armaan's pain and comforted him. Both understood that love is not only the name of happiness, but sometimes a deep feeling of sorrow as well. Time passed, and their grief slowly began to fade. Finally, one day, Roshi and Armaan's wedding was celebrated joyously throughout the village. Flowers, songs, smiles, and sunlight were all with them. A few years later, a sweet little daughter was born in their home, soft, innocent, and a small fairy with shining eyes. Roshi looked at Armaan with love and said, "Let's name her Rukhsar, so that the memory of that queen remains high, sweet, and gentle." And in this way, Roshi's life, once filled with loneliness, shone with love, blessings, and the happiness of a little Rukhsar.